Taurus, the change happened last month. Did you? Well, I'm sure you noticed it. We're being told here that it's a new paradigm, completely new. Everything has changed. Hopefully you felt it, and it took some getting to. It really did. I know you've been through it trying to get there, but it's happened now. It really has. And this month of December is what you make of it. And I think that's what you've learned about life now. Life is exactly what you make of it. The world's your oyster, if only you can see it as being that. I think you're going out looking for love. I mean, it could be something creative, it's something new, but I think it's love, You are a very loving type. And I think you're going out and looking for love. And, well, there's a little twist to this. We'll come to that in a minute. And in the future, I'm sure, well, I know you find it. You find it this month, in fact. And in the future, you're just swimming in love, absolutely swimming in love. Feeling wonderful about yourself, but wonderful about others. Understanding yourself and understanding others. Fabulous, absolutely fabulous. And, you might be looking for love, but the other thing you're looking for, still, despite the change having occurred, is sort of practical information you can use, you can act on. And, well, we'll come to it. There's a paradox in this. No, we'll tell you what it is now. Paradoxically, this brings you love, a divine love. So looking for love didn't actually get you there. It was actually looking for information, and that's so often the way. Things often are delayed or indirect, whatever way you see it. But look, you're getting what you want. Be thankful. What would I think change things, make things more difficult for you, is you failing to realise the progress you're making. And that's because of, from looking from the future, you will see what has happened recently as revolutionary. But when you're inside it, it feels evolutionary. It feels like small steps. So I think there is just a danger that you don't realise the change that's occurred. And I think that could jeopardise everything for you. Just a warning. Now, the overall energy for this month comes from the Orchard card, which is unique to this deck. And the guidance on it says you can interpret it how you want. But how I always interpret it is, life is what you make of it. And I think that's a lesson that's been brewing for you for some time, Taurus. I'm not certain that you've learned all these lessons, but this life is what you make of it dominates this month. And hopefully, you're beginning to understand this, because of you literally can create a better life. But it's often not as direct, not as easy. In fact, I say it's not as easy. It's easier than you imagine, but it's just indirect. It doesn't happen the way you expect it to. But yeah, life is what you make of it. I just got this feeling that despite the massive changes that occurred last month, you weren't fully aware of them. You sort of don't actually believe it's happened. And, as I said in the introduction, a part of this is when you look back on it, you'll see it as revolutionary. But when it's happening, it's evolutionary. And I think that's the reason you haven't realised it. But yeah, your entire world has changed. And your luck should have changed with it. Everything should have changed. It's a new paradigm. Of course it takes some getting used to what that means. But you are getting used to it. It is happening. So, understand that the change is happening and things are working out for you. They really are. Now, I think I misled you in the introduction, and I suggested that this Page of Cups was you going out looking for love. And I mean, it could be that. But I think it's more likely that a intuitive message comes to you. And this is really what we've been waiting for. Things have changed dramatically. But as I say, I get the impression you don't feel that they've really changed for you. And I think this intuitive message is you realising not only have they changed, but the power you've got in being able to create whatever you want. That the world truly is your oyster. It doesn't happen in a direct way, as I said in the introduction. It's not always direct. It's often indirect. But you do have that power. You do have it. And now in the future, you're absolutely consumed with and by love. You look at this rendering, isn't it wonderful? There he is in the sea, I think, drinking wine, just enjoying life for all it is. Are those rainbows coming into the sea? Whatever. It's just joyous and it's brilliant, and that's how you are. Because you've discovered the secret of life, and you've discovered that it is love, real love, not love with strings, not love with, if you do this, I do. No, it's unrequited, it's unrestricted, it doesn't matter. It's just wonderful. Unrequited is the wrong word, isn't it? It's unrestricted, it's unhinged even. Love. And that's what you have in the future. And you are going to find a real love, I promise you. It's going to happen. But it's going to happen as a result of you seeking out information. Now remember, there was that inspiration that comes to you, that sort of divine inspiration that comes to you. Now that's before you get that, but that's before you go out seeking this actionable information. So you've realised that there's something more that's actionable, something that you can actually do that will make everything gel together. And if we look at what's missing from your life, it's love. And you realise, you're going out in search of that key. And I think you're going to find that's the key to what you're looking for. Now, I've said in the introduction, and I've said it since, that I don't think you really recognise the change that's taken place. I mean, the information does come to you this month, and you do realise. But nevertheless, I think you're sort of looking back and going, am I sure that it's happened? Am I sure that it's happened? And I think the reason is that it's been piecemeal. It's been not happening as quickly as you expect. It's been coming in small chunks, little victories, not big ones. And you were expecting a kapow type moment, and it doesn't happen like that. It won't happen like that. I mean, sometimes there are kapow like moments, but it doesn't have to be. And certainly not on events like this, these sorts of changes. And so if you are focusing too much on has it happened, I think you'll lose the benefits, Stop trying to focus on that. Focus on the now. Focus on your blessings, and things will work out very well for you. And what's the outcome to all this? It's the thing that you've been missing all along. It's divine love. Divine love. Not a love with strings attached, not a manipulative love, but divine and open love. A love in which you can't hide anything from each other. And, do you know, I think we are talking of a real love here, you know, between two people. But the other thing is that I think it's all about harmonious relations with all those around you. And what you're beginning to realise is that that is the key to happiness. That is the key to happiness. That's the thing that you've been missing. These harmonious relations with everybody, you know? And yeah, that's what you've been lacking. And now it's coming. You're going to feel so different and so much better. And you're going to know it's here now. You are. Taurus, the change you've been waiting for really did happen last month, but I don't think you're completely aware of it, and the reason is that it's not happened as a big flash as you were anticipating. It's been piecemeal. It's the sort of thing, and I've said this, I think this is the third time I've said it in this reading, but you know, it's the sort of thing that when you look back on it, you'll realise it was a revolution. But when you're in the middle of it, it just feels like an evolution. And there is a danger of you feeling that way still in this month of December, despite you're going to get this inspiration that the change has come. So you're going to be told that it's happened, you know, in a very inspirational way, but you still somehow doubt it. You're still full of sort of, is it self-doubt? I don't know if self-doubt is the right word, just a doubting that things are really happening. And it is because you're obscured by the fact that the steps have been small, but you have been making real progress. You have. Not only is there this inspiration, but you're also going out and seeking information, seeking actionable information. And often, you know, you get your wishes, but not through the most direct means. And I'm not just talking of you, Taurus, this is common to us all. And because you've gone out looking for this actionable information, you find love. The thing you've been missing, isn't it? You know, it's a divine love. It's a love that knows no bounds. I think it stretches further than just love. It's harmonious relations with all around you. And you realise that that's really what you've been missing. Absolutely what you've been missing, you know. And yeah, it's not one with strings attached. It's not one with manipulation. It's just love for the sake of love. So next month, you're going to be drowning in love, drowning in joy, drowning in everything that you've been seeking, you know. It's all going to come to you after December. But December's a great month anyway, you know. But there's even better to come.